guys, welcome back. This is video 2 of module number 2, Working by Design. We're going to take you through an exercise that I'm really excited about right now, all about creating and defining your breakthrough year, or the next 12 months for you. Now let's start with that operative word there, breakthrough. What does a breakthrough really mean? Now to me, I have my own definition of it. A definition that I really like, it resonates with me. A breakthrough is anything that you experience or accomplish that you at one point thought was not possible. You thought it was impossible. And it really took a miracle in order to experience it. It really took shifting who you are and what you think about yourself in order to accomplish it. Now, if you ask me, that's really exciting, right? To do or experience something that right now is even just outside of the realm of what you think is even a possibility for you. That's one of the things I love about business, is that we can dream bigger than we even know is realistic for us. And quite frankly, realistic is boring. That's not the type of stuff that we're going to be doing here. I want you thinking big. And you know by now just important having a vision is. Now some people get in their head and they think a vision needs to be this big altruistic, life-changing, world-healing idea. Right now, in the exercise that I'm about to take you through, all I want you to do is start thinking about where do you want to be in the next 12 months or so. Something so clear and so highly desirable that it'll rip you out of bed in the morning. It'll get you excited about you discovering something new about yourself and what you right now may not think you're capable of. That's what gets me excited, and I want it to excite you as well. And there's a quote, I believe it was Tim Ferriss that said it. If not, he was quoting someone else who said it. And he said, as entrepreneurs, we tend to overestimate what we can get done in a day. But we vastly underestimate what we can accomplish in a year. So that's what I'm about to do, is take you through an exercise to help you clearly craft and define a breakthrough year for you. Because where you're at right now in this moment, you may not even be able to fathom or imagine where you'll end up just 12 months from now. 12 whole months from now. So, without further ado, let's get into that exercise right now. All right, are you ready to define and get to work on creating your breakthrough year? If so, make sure to download the accompanying handout, the PDF that we have in this video, or if you like, you can just use a journal. But I will be asking of you to be doing some writing here today. And there's like all these fancy studies and stuff done, and all these successful people will tell you as well that there's power in writing and not typing, interestingly enough, but writing. So I also want to make sure before we get into this exercise that you're in a really good state of mind right now. Like, is it 2 in the morning and you're trying to cram this in before you get to bed and you're like, hurry along, I need to rush through this and get this all done. Hurry, hurry, hurry. I only have so much limited time. Are you listening to this in the car while you're also trying to drive? Those might not be good times. So I'm going to ask that you go through this exercise when you're in a place physically and mentally and emotionally where you feel really open, relaxed, and expansive. Why? Because I'm asking you to imagine and create and invent. And you're not going to be as effective at doing those things when you're feeling rushed or tired or maybe a little angry or maybe a little bored or uninspired. Okay? So make sure that you are in a comfortable place and you're, somewhere where you're not going to get bothered. And if that's the case, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to pick a date and time out in the future. I don't want you to necessarily get in your head about this. That's not the point. We could pick the end of the year. Now, if it's November, when you're watching this, that's probably not a good time. You want to do the end of next year, okay? We're looking for like an 8-month window minimum. You could do the end of next year. Or you could just pick 12 months from now. Or you can pick 11 months, 14 months. It really doesn't matter, but we want to pick the essence of that date range right now. Why? Because it's about 12 months that is just a bit of a stretch, but it's just somehow that's how the brain works. We can start to fathom and grasp and visualize what we will look like, what we will have, where we'll be in a year. Now, we can do other exercises and stuff where we start to expand further than that. And I'm all about that as well. What is your business going to look like 5 years and 10 years down the line? But I'm concerned for now with 1 year because I think it's the easiest place to start. That's been my personal experience and my personal opinion. So don't continue this video, pause it, but don't continue until you've written down on your piece of paper a date and time, but definitely a specific date in the future. And that's where we're going to go create. Okay, so you've hopefully written down that date at the top of your piece of paper. And I just want to have you take a deep breath in. And if you'd like, as long as you're not operating machinery, I'd just like you to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that you are there on that date that you've chosen. That it's that date, maybe December 31st, maybe January 15th, but you're there now. And on that day, you're actually at my live event. We hold a live event for all of our members called BBD Live. And you're there among 250 plus entrepreneurs, friends, peers, people you look up to, people that have supported you in this past year, people that you've gotten to know inside our Facebook group. And you're in this room at this event. You can feel the energy, you can feel the excitement and the possibilities. And as you know, because you've been attending this event, that what I like to do is showcase as many people as possible. I love to showcase our members and highlight their wins, their successes. And with your eyes closed, just imagining this scenario for a moment, I want you to imagine that I am on stage getting ready to announce the member of the Business by Design community that has been the biggest success story. This is the person, the entrepreneur, the digital CEO that has defied all the odds, that has overcome all the obstacles, inner and outer, and has achieved extraordinary success. They are our biggest success story. And we acknowledge that person. You see me on stage, and I open up a little envelope. I open up a little card inside that envelope, and I read your name. And because so many people know you, the crowd just goes nuts. Standing ovation, everyone cheering, and you walk up onto the stage to join me. We give like a big high five and a hug, and everyone's there. You make eye contact with a few people you've gotten to know, and you're just on cloud 9. And as I hand you the mic, the first thing I ask you is to share with the audience, share with the members, what results did you create? What results did you create that would have me choose you as our biggest case study ever? And that's exactly what I want you to write down. Standing there in that place with all these eyes on you, what would you have accomplished that would have the entire Wedmore team select you as the biggest transformation of everyone in the entire Business by Design community. Now, there's no wrong answers. Get out of your head with this and just start writing. What did you accomplish? What results did you create? What do you have to share? What did you do? Where are you now? Pause this video as you need to, but not yet. I just have a little bit more. I want you to make sure you get specific. Write down a specific financial number, course sales, customers, list size, followings on any social platform, guest appearances on TV or radio or podcasts. What results? Book deals, amazing testimonials that you got. What else? Pause this video right now and write down anything and everything that has come up for you. Notice if anything is logical, put it to the side and just write. Do that now. Okay, did you do that? Or are you just going through the motions? Are you just watching this video saying, okay, get to it, James? When's the good stuff coming? This is the stuff. I'm not here to tell you what your dreams are. I'm not here to set your goals for you. You are. So did you do it? Because I can't do the work for you. It's going to have to be you. So I'm going to assume that you've written down everything that you are committed to creating, everything that came up when you answered that question. And you might just want to ask yourself again, is that everything? Is there anything else? It doesn't have to be just business. It could be that vacation. It could be that house. It could be that car. It could be that new suit that you wanted, that new purse, the new pair of shoes. It doesn't matter. It could be that you got to donate to a charity of your choice or start a charity of your choice or start a new hobby. It doesn't matter. It's you. Get really, really selfish for just a moment here. Or for as long as you like. Okay. So I'm going to assume that you've done that. Just take one final glance at what you've written down. Make sure there's nothing left because I do want to continue by checking in. Did you think big enough? Looking at what you wrote down. Were you holding back? Have you done this so many times, the goal setting, the vision boarding, that you're so sick of being disappointed and let down? You're so sick of that failing that you played small, that you held back, that you kept it safe. We don't let that happen in this neighborhood, not in this neck of the woods. It's all or nothing. All the time. I'm not asking you to look for what's realistic, what's logical, but rather, if anything were possible in the next 12 months, what would you want in your life? If you had a genie in a lamp, what would you have him or her grant you? If you had a magic wand and you could wave it and have anything just appear in your life in the next 12 months, what would that be for you? Pause this video again and see what else is coming up for you. Okay, I'm assuming you've done that. I'm assuming that you're good. Now, I am just checking in one last time. Why most people play it safe is because they make a meaning or interpretation out of not hitting the results that they say they're going to create. And so people look to play realistic goals. And they limit themselves so much. See, when you asked for 100K and you got 20K, the reason you're upset or the reason you got down on yourself or the reason it felt like crap or whatever is not because you got 20,000 instead of 100,000 or $50 instead of 100,000. It's what you made it mean about you. Most people layer on story after story after story of, I'm not cut out for this. I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. It's going to take too much that I don't have. They don't like me. I'm not good enough, popular enough, young enough, old enough, good looking enough. Nonsense, 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 nonsense. What will make you so much more powerful, and unfortunately I can't teach this to you. I can give you the concept, but this is up to you, is the moment you realize that it doesn't matter what you set up to accomplish. It doesn't matter what goal you set out there in the future. Not hitting it doesn't mean anything. There is no inherent meaning in not hitting a goal. Even the word failure is an interpretation. And we know that conceptually. But are we really living that way? You see, for me today, what gets me so excited is a goal that's so big that I will have to reinvent who I am on the inside, how I think, how I feel, how I show up, who I am being in order to accomplish that goal. And I do not give a rat's ass whether I hit that goal or not. All I care about is discovering who I get to become in the process. The rest is just a fun, exhilarating adventure of discovering myself, serving my audience, and learning and growing. So if you're with me, here's the final piece of this. I want you to take a moment and just rewrite or reread everything that you just wrote down. Even if it was just chicken scratch or notes or doodles or images, just get an essence of it. Like really reimagine yourself sharing this on stage at our event in front of 250 people that you've just inspired. Look, you think I'm making this up. This happens. This happens at our events. Our events are so powerful because our members, our attendees are the ones sharing their stories. They're the ones inspiring others. Well, why not you? Why can't it be you? So reread what you just wrote. Imagine yourself sharing that from stage as if you've done it. Read it in past tense. I accomplished this. I experienced this. I did this. I got these results. And then answer the following question. Who were you being? In other words, what were your thoughts and feelings? What were you thinking that allowed for you to create these results? How did it feel creating these results? Write down whatever comes up for you. Pause the video as need be. I want you to choose just 1 to 3 words that you can use to really anchor this in. 1 to 3 words that will really solidify who you were being in order to create all of these results, in order to be the cause of your breakthrough year. Were you being courageous? Were you being a leader? Were you being committed? Write that down. Whatever comes up for you, there is no right or wrong answer. There's only the answer that's right for you. And then finally, when you've written that down, the most important piece is you need to be that now. You've heard me say it before. I'm going to say it again. What got you here won't get you there. To get to where you want to go, we need to start living, acting, thinking, and being that now. Okay, really simple exercise. It's there to get you to dream a little bit bigger. It's there to get you to stretch yourself. And what's funny is by the end of this program, you're going to want to go back to this very video, and you'll realize that by not being the same person that you are while you're watching it this first time, you'll have an even bigger vision. You'll have even bigger goals and dreams because you'll start to see just how powerful you are and what is really possible for you. So as a little bonus to wrap up this video, to give you a little homework, really looking at the words you wrote down of who you need to be, go ahead and write down any action items or any thoughts, behaviors, habits, or activities, characteristics of those ways of being. Go ahead and take a moment and do that now. I'll be taking you through our process of how we take a big, scary goal and how we break it down into bite-sized, action-based projects, processes, plans, and to-dos. So this isn't just up in the air, like big picture dreaming. We're going to land the plane, the tires are going to hit the road, and we're going to get to work. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.